Yo! Video games.
What up, dudes? Matt here from YoVideogames. Last week, you might have seen a few cheeky titled videos on the channel calling Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze the best 2D platformer of all time. A bold claim, and certainly not one that is going to be widely shared around the world. However, as much as I internally struggle with the answer, I am coming around to being comfortable in calling Tropical Freeze the best 2D platformer, and let me tell you why. Number 1. Every level is unique and still follows a theme. Retro Studios has proven themselves time and again as masters of creating amazing environments. Tropical Freeze is no slouch. In fact, it could be their best yet. The game follows Donkey & Co. across a series of differently themed islands, and each level on the island shows a different side of each theme. What makes this so good is that nothing feels recycled, and every single level feels like its own special story. While you could argue that minecart and barrel rocket levels are repeats, they at least try to shake things up, such as having you alternate into a log flume or crashing into a giant snowball rolling downhill. I know people are generally not fans of underwater stages, but I fucking love Seabreeze Cove. The Atlantis-like look combined with the crazy different types of levels above and below water make it my absolute favorite series of levels in a platformer ever. Number 2. The game caters to both explorers and speedrunners. Good level design is obvious for any genre, but platformers can sometimes cater too hard to a certain type. Tropical Freeze somehow managed to cater to those who love searching every nook and cranny, and also expertly designed its levels like courses for speedrunners. It rewards each type of player differently. Those of us who love exploring will find puzzle pieces and Kong letters that unlock concept art and extra levels, while the speedrunners' time are recorded and the data can be uploaded and shared across the world. Every level looks and feels organic, which is what us explorers enjoy the most. As much as I still do like the Mario series, more and more recent games have felt like polished debug areas and less like fully realized worlds. But for those with the need for speed, the levels can be broken down like an obstacle course, leaving the most cunning on top of the leaderboard for all to see and watch. How many 2D platformers do that? Number 3. David fucking Wise. Just listen to this. All good platformers have catchy and memorable music, and I would never say anything against Koji Kondo or the rest of the sound team at Nintendo. But David Wise's music from the start of the series has been exceptional. Again, Mario music is generally good and catchy, but it gets repeated a whole lot across the game. With Tropical Freeze, a regular level can often get its own special theme. One that is so damn good it almost doesn't belong in a game about a gorilla jumping on walrus. Number 4. It's rewarding. Good platformers usually have some small thing for completing the game, some kind of special message or ending screen, but not Tropical Freeze, oh no. Not only is a hard mode unlocked, but also the ability to play as each Kong individually, and these are not palette swaps. The abilities and the movement of each Kong is much different from the lumbering donkey. Also, by being diligent about collecting, you will eventually unlock the K levels, and if you manage to both survive and collect everything in those stages, you get cool 3D dioramas, similar to trophies in Smash. I've already talked about the leaderboards and medals for speedrunners. Tropical Freeze is a game that knows how to keep you coming back, upping its replay value and making you earn that 200%. Number 5 is charm. Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze is a game that oozes personality and charm from beginning to end. Retro Studios has always been known for quality, and here their animators came out in full force. This is most apparent in some of the rocket barrel stages, where there is a virtual cornucopia of unique animations and stories going on in the background. It makes the whole game feel like a series of Disneyland rides. Yes, the Kremlings are still missing, but I feel the Snowmads are a great alternative. Much better than the lame-ass Tiki tribe from Returns. Their leader Friedrich is just as fun and wonderfully animated as K. Rool ever was. In the end, I realized that Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze is not the game many people wanted Retro Studios to be making. But in the end, I think the result was more than worth it. In fact, I would have no problem with Retro making a third Donkey Kong Country to round out a trilogy. Sorry, Metroid fans, but Retro has expanded my dong too long for me to not love and want another crazy round with the Donkey Kong. If you're a Wii U owner without this title, you gotta check it out. And if you haven't bought a system yet, which I imagine is many of you, then I would seriously consider this title when picking it up. The bananas and sex of Tropical Freeze and Bayonetta 2 should be reason for any gamer to jump in. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll catch you on the channel. Later, dudes!